Hi, I'm Jay Lucas, and welcome to the Sunshine Report. I'm so excited this week because I think we've got a topic that's going to really be inspirational. The subject this week is art that inspires. And by the way, you may notice that I'm here by myself tonight without my wonderful cohort, my friend, my wife, the delightful Karen. Karen's in the hospital, but we understand she'll be getting out tomorrow and everything's going to be great. But it gives me an opportunity here to actually spend a little bit of time with you on this topic of art, which is really inspirational because at least in the way I think about it, art touches something in our soul. It's not only inspirational, but there's a vibe around it, particularly when you see a piece of great art. It could be a painting, could be music, could be a dance, could be whatever it might be. But you get this feeling that there's just something magical, almost transcends the human spirit in a very interesting way. And one of the things that I love about art is that we tie it so often to the revitalization of our small towns and our communities, which I think, as you know, is really the center point of the American Sunshine Movement, what we've been doing in small towns, starting in New Hampshire and now going beyond. And art really does lead the way. In my hometown, for instance, of Newport, New Hampshire, art is amazing. We've got this incredible library art center that does somewhere between 170, 180 events every year, run by these two amazing women who've really built this into something incredible. We've got a theater known as our Opera House that when it was built, actually, back in 1886, if you can believe it, was known as the best theater north of Boston. And since it's been restored and revitalized, it's really back where we've got productions happening. You can feel sort of a life around that. It's just really, really cool. And then the one other thing that I think is really special, and this is art in the community in a unique way, that's murals. The murals that are painted on some of the buildings in Newport, New Hampshire they're amazing. They tell stories. They bring life to the community. In fact, there's one in particular I really love, which is it's on the side of a building on the wall of a wonderful grocery store called Coronis's Market. And what it does is it tells the story of the Greek immigrants who came into Newport, how they built their families, built their businesses, educated, and just became part of the fabric of Newport. Just a really wonderful, touching mural, and we have a number of those around town. But if I take a walk around New Hampshire, and there's the incredible McDowell Colony, art colony in Peterborough, New Hampshire, world famous. In Meredith, there's the sculpture walk. If you get a chance to get up to Meredith, definitely worth the effort to get there. And one other thing I will mention is dance. Because dance, sometimes we don't think of it quite the same way as some of the other pieces of art, like a painting, for instance. But I recently had an opportunity to meet two incredible people who are dancers, Nate and Elissa Moyer, a couple, and they created something called Lila Productions, which does these just wonderful dance festivals. They are the center point of a dance festival in Rochester, New Hampshire. And this year it'll be, I believe, on August 23rd, but definitely something you want to try to get to if you can, because it's just truly inspirational. So if I take the picture back a little bit, in this moment, you kind of think of art as kind of all around us, but you got to take a moment to really appreciate it. I think when you do, you're going to say, "Man, I'm really glad I did that. It was definitely worth every moment of really just trying to imbibe that art." And it makes you feel really special, really good, really positive, which ties to what we always like to say here at the Sunshine Report. It's positive energy that inspires positive change, that produces positive results. Go out and imbue that art and have a great week, and stay positive.